Hello, everyone. My name is Joe Neglia. I'm the chair of the Department of Pediatrics at the University of Minnesota and the physician-in-chief of M Health Fairview's University of Minnesota Masonic Children's Hospital. I want to start by thanking everyone here for their support. This year's support, but through all the years, you've been part of our community. On behalf of the Department of Pediatrics, we're very grateful for your generosity and appreciate all you have done. As you know, yesterday we made the decision to cancel WineFest. This was a hard decision, but I'm sure the correct one. All of us have heard about the Delta variant of the coronavirus. This Delta variant has now become the predominant virus in our state, resulting in more hospitalizations than we have had in a month. The virus is much more contagious than the original coronavirus, and there's new data emerging that suggests that this virus may even be more virulent. In that setting, while the decision was difficult, the decision is correct. As a pediatric health program, we also need to keep in mind the health of our children. As all of you know, the vaccine is not available for children under 12 years of age. And we know that these children not only get infected, but many get very ill. In this very challenging environment, your support is more important than it ever has been, and your generosity will continue to make a huge difference. I want to take a minute and talk about tonight's special appeal. This is for the Clinical Research Center at the University of Minnesota. Today, 25% of patients involved in clinical research at our medical school are children. Currently, these visits happen on the West Bank campus, where space is currently inadequate to meet the demands of an increasing research program. Also, research is hampering clinical workflows as we're trying to do this in the same settings we're taking care of ill children. So tonight's WineFest special appeal is specifically dedicated to building this Children's Clinical Research Center. The impact of these funds will be tremendous. It will help us change the outcome for children here in Minnesota, as well as around the world. So finally, thank you again for your support, not only for this year, but for all in past years and for all the future. We will continue to get through this together. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Cody Verhalen, an honorary co-chair with my husband, Tim. It has been a whirlwind of a week, but we are grateful our hospital prioritizes health and safety. As you watch this short video, please continue to bid on our silent auction that is open until 10 p.m. tonight. Our involvement with WineFest is intensely personal, and that's thanks to two experiences. The first is my own. From the time I was an infant, I was sick. My mom took me to doctor after doctor, asking them to run more tests, to delve deeper into my health issues, and refer her to a surgeon who could figure out what was wrong. Finally, at age 8, I was diagnosed with hydronephrosis, a kidney condition whose typical treatment back then required removing the problematic kidney. But my physician, who'd trained right here at the University of Minnesota, wanted to try something new, removing the scar tissue and repairing my urinary tract. Thankfully, his approach worked, and I recovered healthier than ever. Our second experience that motivates our volunteerism with WineFest is that of Tim's childhood friend. He and his wife had been coping with multiple lost pregnancies when one pregnancy resulted in her hospitalization. Their hope was that their baby could reach a statistically survivable milestone. That didn't happen though, and baby Oliver didn't survive childbirth. But about a year later, baby Ethan was born. He was well ahead of his due date, and his parents were in the NICU every day for 9 months at Masonic Children's Hospital. There, they received skilled, compassionate care. And today, Ethan is a 4-year-old who brings lots of smiles and joy to his family and friends, including us. These two stories continue to motivate our volunteerism with the University of Minnesota Foundation. Along the way, we've seen the huge impact that supporting WineFest has on the University of Minnesota Masonic Children's Hospital, the many physician researchers, and their numerous patients and families. So, from the bottom of our hearts, Tim and I want to thank all of you for your generosity tonight. It is important to acknowledge WineFest number 25, our silver anniversary. In 1995, a small group of friends introduced WineFest in the hopes that our community would support exceptional physician researchers who give their all to lead groundbreaking research and provide world-class care to pediatric patients. For 25 years, we've done just that. Along the way, we've sipped sterling wines, we've enjoyed exquisite cuisine, we've won once-in-a-lifetime auction packages, and raised more than $18 million. So let's raise a glass to that. And let's come together tonight to bid high on those auction items, donate to the kids, and look forward to next year for WineFest 25.3, 2522, or number 26. I mean, who's counting at this point? Let's take a minute to enjoy a featured video highlighting the hospital. "25 years ago, a handful of people conceived of WineFest, a toast to children's health. They believed that the pediatric research conducted at the University of Minnesota could garner extraordinary excitement and even bigger support, and that it deserved a grand celebration. Back then, these founders, led by Dr. Alfie Fish and his wife Ricky, pulled out all the stops for an amazing house party. They dined and toasted and talked late into the night, dreaming of big things. But they never could have imagined what would transpire over the next quarter century. Our sterling anniversary celebrates M Health Fairview University of Minnesota Masonic Children's Hospital, the U's nationally ranked Department of Pediatrics, its world-class approach to medical research and patient care, and most importantly, the thousands of children whose lives have been forever improved by the generosity of WineFest attendees over the years. This commitment advances life-saving care and groundbreaking cures for our patients and families here in Minnesota and around the globe. Through your supportive spirit, we boldly pursue excellence and strive to be the best in everything we do. In hospitals and clinics around the state, your gifts help provide superb training to future doctors, nurses, and other medical specialists, our next generation of caregivers. In clinic, your gifts allow physicians to stand between their young patients and their disease, offering confidence, expertise, and hope. In lab, your gifts enable researchers to help humanity. They study diseases, sometimes for decades, with brilliance and humility, making children's lives longer and healthier. In fact, since its founding in 1915, the Department of Pediatrics has led in a big way, with top-notch care, education, and exceptional research. And among our many bold firsts, pioneering the first pediatric open-heart surgery using hypothermia and cross-circulation, performing the first successful pediatric bone marrow transplant, founding the nation's first international adoption clinic, developing the first of its kind vest to aid in the health of children with cystic fibrosis, transplanting the first pancreatic islet cell to treat type 1 diabetes in a child, and being named a top 20 innovative children's hospital for our early childhood mental health program, the first of its kind in the United States. And for the past quarter century, WineFest has helped make such incredible firsts possible by raising more than $18 million. Along the way, thanks to generous individuals like you and organizations like yours, we've awarded $3.5 million to emerging scholars. These gifts have allowed doctors to pursue innovative research into pediatric diseases. In addition, these awards have led to more than $150 million in grants from the National Institutes of Health. And they've helped launch the careers of many of our world-renowned physician scientists. Our pediatric researchers are absolutely driven to achieve breakthroughs in care and treatments for their young patients. And their spirit of collaboration leaves aside egos and embraces children's wellness. While we have a storied legacy of firsts, we aren't basking in past glories. It is our continued drive to be the best that propels our physician researchers to new heights. We relentlessly pursue innovations and boldly share those discoveries with our patients and the world. In fact, today, we offer more clinical trials and new treatments for kids with cancer and many other childhood diseases than anywhere else in Minnesota. Being the best isn't easy. It takes incredible ambition, tireless effort, and a community of support to bring the latest research discoveries to life. on behalf of the University of Minnesota Medical School and M Health Fairview Masonic Children's Hospital, we ask you to think of the countless kids who are healthy and living their best lives thanks to generous givers. For the future of our children and their children, we ask you to think big so that our brilliant physician researchers can be bold in aspirations and accomplishments for families just like yours all over the world.
Hello, Minnesotans, friends, family, and everyone who's always supported WineFest. I am Dylan Proctor, Director of Fantasca Estate and Winery. I got a great friend here with me as well.
I'm Allison Stelzner with Stelzner Vineyards and Bench Vineyards, and we both hail from the beautiful Napa Valley.
Yes, we do. Well, I will tell you this. Masonic Children's Foundation and the University of Minnesota, they've always been very, very important to me. This is year number 5 for me. Well, technically...
I went up to...
How many?
I think I started at WineFest number 10.
Oh, yeah.
But I think we both are deeply passionate about the cause.
Well, I think we're doing all of this amazing talking, but we have empty glasses. So...
May I offer you some, sir?
Yes, please. What are we drinking?
Let's get this party started. This is a little Cabernet Sauvignon from the Stag's Leap District, our family's property, Napa. And what do we have here?
Fantasca Estate Cabernet, Spring Mountain.
Cheers.
Cheers. Well, look, this is very important for me. The reason I've supported this for 4, 5, 6 years is simply because over a century, all of this amazing research that these physicians and researchers have done, they're helping children, they're healing children, they're curing children, they're inspiring children and families as well. That's a big deal.
Yeah, and as a mother to 2 small children, one who actually is neurologically challenged, to see the kind of community and support and the way this community lifts each other up, it feels a lot like the community that we both come from in Napa Valley, because we all are very committed to being hands-on and doing the same thing. So we've been supporting this cause for years. I know you're really big, passionate and fan of this, and we really cannot wait to come back to you guys in person. We are gonna be there.
Guess what? Whether it's 25 again in 2022 or 25.2 or 25.3, I think we've heard it all.
Yes.
I look forward to raising glasses, pulling corks, and celebrating with each and every one of you. Next year, this time, they'll announce dates, but I'll book a flight.
We'll be here.
We'll be here. You'll be here.
I'll be here.
I'll be here. And guess what? Let's raise a glass.
Cheers.
Cheers.
To WineFest.
WineFest number 25.3 or 27. I don't know, but either way.
We'll be here.
We'll be here.
Thank you again for your support and having a wonderful evening.
Thanks very much.
Thank you for your time tonight, and please enjoy these historical photos, patient stories, and sponsor recognitions. We are so grateful to so many amazing partners in this work, and we can't wait to see you next year.